欢迎来到我的新频道 That's Talk。如果你还不认识我的话呢，我名字叫做 Tao， 我是你们这个频道的主持人。那在这边呢，你可以看到所有有关于创业相关的东西。那我自己个人呢，已经创业大概3年多了。我以前呢是在做健身相关的 YouTube 影片，那我大概做5年多，所以我觉得我有一些东西是想要跟即将想要踏入创业这个领域的人呢做一些分享。在这边呢，我会讲我可能过去的故事过去学到的东西，或是失败的经验，以及我现在正在做的事情我都想要用不管是影片或是 podcast 音频的方式跟你分享。有的时候我们会邀请一些特别的来宾，这些来宾呢可能会是在不同领域中的创业主，可以分享一些他们在这领域学到的一些东西如果你想要踏入他们的领域的话，我觉得这是一个非常好的学习机会。所以如果你想要看接下来未来内容的话呢，不要忘记要订阅，然后开启小铃铛，然后跟着我们一起成长。Let's talk。大家看到吗？上面的中文的意思叫做王朝，它发音是 DYNASTY， 这是一家健身房。我们做这个系列呢，就是要访问所有的创业的老板。你看这个系列里面第一个呢，就是一家健身房的老板。那对我来说啦，我觉得要开店是一个很大的勇气，尤其是你一开始前期要投资就是那么多钱，然后你不知道说到底会有多少人会买。那反观像是电商的话，你可以在前期的时候做很多铺梗，你已经有一定的粉丝量，或者你已经有一定的客群的在那边的时候呢，接下来你要推广产品都相对来说比较简单，前期你也不需要投资那么多。所以我今天很好奇是来访问这家 DYNASTY 健身房的老板，他当初是怎么样投入在这个健身产业，然后怎么样开这家店。我相信对于想要来创业的你来说的话呢，这个应该会是一个很大很大的投资，会需要很多很多的资金。所以我们今天来搞清楚他到底怎么办到的。Okay, guys, 大家很想要听我们用英文的方式对话，因为很多人都说，Tao，你可不可以讲一个全英文的影片？我以前有讲过一次，那今天刚好访问这个健身房老板呢，他就是美国人，他是台湾裔的美国人，他之前在 Seattle， 他是这边出生长大的 ，right？ 出生长大的，
出生在 Oregon，but
he's American， 所以我们今天就用这个机会呢，用英文对话，因为他这样对话也比较方便。那他也可以表达他自己对于整个健身房还有他的经营理念等等的，然后大家可以学英文。Okay, alright. So why don't you introduce yourself to my audience? What do you do on a daily basis? What's your title in this gym?
Okay, well, I'm Royal Cho, and I'm the founder and CEO of DYNASTY Taipei. We're trying to make an impact, not on society in a positive way, but we're also doing this new thing called the luxury fitness industry.
Cool. So what is luxury fitness?
I think luxury fitness is not so much your traditional way of, like the gym where you're just working out your biceps and your abs. More so, we're trying to encourage people to go pursue something more so in the lifestyle, upping the level of the quality of your living, as well as staying healthy and training your body and pushing it in different ways in the gym.
So like, if I don't know this gym and I just walked into this gym, what can I expect to get from my membership?
Well, first of all, like aside from, like I said, the fitness aspect, we have the weight room, we have our functional training room, we have our group exercise classes. We also have the restaurant. We do events, we do parties where we have DJs, even drinking. So it's not like the gym is just all health nut. No. So we want well balanced. We want that mental and physical balance. We want you to be able to come here, test yourself, push your limits. And our slogan is know yourself, become a better version of you. And then how is that going to affect the rest of your life, whether it's work life, family life, socializing, making friends, everything. It's all in one.
When did you come up with this business model? Well, like, when did you have this idea?
So I always grew up being like a 3-sport athlete. When I was in the university, I started being a personal trainer. So I had 4 international training certifications, and then moving back to Taiwan, I kind of left the fitness industry for a while. I started doing, like party promotions, concerts, any type of event you could think of, even like TV shows and stuff like that. But what it really was like I had a friend that was like going through like a hard time, had a little bit of depression, or actually pretty bad depression. So I started, just checking in on her, and then also sending like YouTube videos like that are like more positive thinking. And I think through the lessons that I was sending her, I actually learned more about myself in the process, And then so ever since then, every single day when I wake up, and even when I'm driving to work, I'm like listening to audiobooks or motivational speeches or speakers interact.
So the idea was born while you're helping your friend, right?
Yeah.
So right now you're running this gym for how long?
We're closing in on 1 year.
1 year. So what's the biggest struggle that you're facing right now, operating this gym?
Biggest struggle right now, I would say is personnel, staffing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, staffing. Good staff is hard to find, and it's even harder to know how to manage your staff, especially. You never know. It's not everybody's like a cookie cutter template, like the same. They're not robots, right? They're human beings. So everybody responds to something differently, and you gotta be able to, in the quickest time possible, try to fill them out so you know what works for them. How do I deliver a message to this person so that they understand what I'm asking for? Whereas I might say the same message to this person, but they just don't speak that same language. You know what I mean? It's not about hiring more staff. It's hiring capable staff.
The right ones.
Yes, and in the startup process, staying lean.
Yeah. So this is not your first business, is it?
No, not at all. Okay. Yeah.
What were your first few ones like? Would you be able to share?
Well, I've always had an entrepreneurial mindset, and that's actually my major from the university. Was entrepreneurship and innovation.
Did you think it helped your careers?
I think it helped in the way. What it really was, I think that helped is my major and my concentration. It was very free. It wasn't like a set schedule. So everything you had to be proactive on yourself. Like in the university, we actually had to start our own company and run it.
Really?
Yeah, we really had to run it, and we even had to pitch to VCs. Like the VCs would come to our school, and you actually had to pitch to the VCs and telling them how much money you need, show them the accounting, the finances and stuff like that, your projections. And then they would decide how much money they're gonna give you to start this company up, and then we run it for like a couple semesters. I mean, I've always been an entrepreneur even since I was like 11 or 12. In front of in the parking lot of my parents' restaurant, I would be doing free car washes, just myself, to make money to buy clothes for the new school year. You know what I mean? So I used to be the kid that would stay up late at night listening to the infomercials, like how you flip a house with no money down.
Oh no way.
Yeah. So I was buying all that stuff when I was like 13, 14 years old. Yeah. So I've always been ambitious, and a dreamer. But since I've been to Taiwan, I would say I've probably started at least 6 different businesses.
Before you came back to Taiwan.
No, while I was in Taiwan, I've started multiple businesses. Some are still operating, but obviously some have failed, which is okay. I really encourage people, don't be afraid of failing. But if you are gonna fail, what are you gonna take from that so that you don't make the same mistake again? And that's growth. So as long as you're growing and improving, you're progressing. Fail forward, and eventually you'll reach success.
Yeah.
So,
what was something that, in your past experience, a failure that actually helped you right now, or like something that you learned from your failure that really helps you to build your gym or you build your business?
I would say you really got to depend on yourself and understand yourself. Know your own abilities, your own strengths and weaknesses. That's very key. It sounds a little negative, but you can't trust everybody. I would say one thing that caused me to grow a lot is being kind of like backstabbed by former partners. That's where I start to understand why these billionaire friends or multimillionaire friends that I know are so paranoid and like asking like,
Yeah.
what do you want from me? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So those are all things that you learn. Like even certain things is like like when you're a kid they say don't talk to strangers. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's like the person's like trying to sell you something that sounds good. So not everything that sounds good is actually good. And so learn from your mistakes, right?
So I get a lot of questions from my fans. They're asking me, I have an idea, but I don't have the money.
Right.
Like, how would you answer that question? Because you have this gym, right? This gym, obviously, this is like, just like you said, this is like a luxury gym.
Right.
So, how do you get funding to build this gym?
You just you always got to strategize, and you always have to broaden your network. And if it wasn't for my network that I made over the past 15 years, then I don't think I would have found the people with similar interests. But obviously, you always go with friends and family first, right? They want to know that you're serious about it as well. And then if they feel like it's a sound concept, then more than likely it's not whether or not they want to invest, is more so how much they're willing to invest at the time. Yeah.
Would you be able to give like ballpark on the monthly operation cost for a gym like this, just to operate?
If I said a number right now,
Maybe you could
I don't
just
know if people could put it into perspective. Let me try to think of a way to put it into perspective.
How many How many kids can you send it to the nearest international school?
I could probably sponsor 5 kids per month for a whole year of tuition.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane,
Yeah.
man. How do you deal with pressure? Or have you ever had like self-doubt?
Before I started this, I had so much belief and passion in my concept and what I'm trying to achieve, and the overall mission or the underlying mission that's there, whether it's to influence the influential people, help them become positive influencers, and project that on the rest of society so that we can have a better community to live in. Like something like that is like I believe so much in that. It's like I have no doubt, and I've been telling like even my staff, when my staff is having doubt, I'm saying it's like like the direction we're going in, and the spirit or the essence of what we're trying to do, and anybody say that it's wrong, right? You know what I mean? Like there's no way you could say that it's wrong. So just having complete belief in it, it allows me to have that courage to go all in on this project. You know what I mean? Even if I were to say DYNASTY, it doesn't succeed, which I believe it will succeed. But if by chance, by any means, it doesn't succeed, the concept that I have right now, somebody else will do the same concept, and eventually somebody will make it succeed. So what I'm trying to do here right now is like 1000%, I know what I'm doing is exactly how the future trends are gonna go, and I know that it's the right thing to do. So win or lose is like, I don't have any shame in it, because eventually I'm gonna prove people right.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, not really related to business. Do you like material stuff? You can be honest.
Do I like material stuff?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really feel like I was ever that material guy, because I grew up in where I grew up was a very small town before moving to Seattle. It's like population 5,000 people.
What?
Yeah, super small.
That's like a school.
Yeah, basically in a Taiwanese school.
Yeah.
So I came from, in a sense, humble beginnings. My parents always, they give me like $10 a week, and they made me try to find my own way to sustain off of $10 a week. And that's it. So I was never, and like I said, like I used to wash cars on my own just to make extra change, to buy clothes. So I think in many ways I'm grateful that my parents brought me up that way. I used to have a friend who used to get like 1 million NT a month in high school.
What?
Yeah.
A month?
A month, man. Like
for like all the cost and everything, like food but that's still a lot. a month.
It wasn't exactly 1 million, but it was like close to 30,000 US dollars.
That's
like 28,000 US dollars a month.
That's insane.
For a high schooler, from 14 years old through till he graduated high school up through college. You know, like that's way too much. But then what lessons do you miss out on in life? Like you don't have work ethic. You know what I mean. You expect things to be a certain way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I have no regrets on the way that I was brought up. You know, where I'm not afraid of challenges. I'm not afraid of grinding. I'm not afraid of hardship. You know, and I'll push through. You know, and the more challenges that I overcome, the more confidence I build in myself for the next challenge that comes my way. So yeah, man, like I've never really been into material things. Like I have, like from some uncles and stuff like that, where they give me like nice watch, but I don't even wear a watch. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you don't wear watches.
yeah, I don't wear a watch, man.
So to wrap up this video, like what's your vision for your gym or your business in the next 5 years?
5 years. Like I never created DYNASTY to be like the traditional chain gyms. I created it to be a unique place where it's like at most I would say Taiwan I would do 1 or 2 other ones. That's it. Strategically located. And even the one that I'm doing now, I still in my mind I see it as a demo, like 80 to 100 ping studios. And it will have still kind of the look and feel of DYNASTY here, but on a smaller scale. I could say the name of it, right? So I want to call it Dynamic by DYNASTY. So dynamic, like movement, like you know, because those ones will be more focused on just pure fitness, exercise, staying healthy, challenging your body.
So DYNASTY still stays. DYNASTY has all these different, like what you say, restaurant
classes, events, social,
and a lot of different locations spread out as dynamic. DYNASTY dynamic.
Yeah, that's what I hope to do, right?
All right. Well, that's so awesome to have.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on this
Thank you,
interview,
brother.
man. Yeah, for sure.
Anytime.
Yeah. 如果你们还有什么其他问题的话呢，可以在底下询问，然后到时候老板也会看到这支影片，所以可以在底下帮你们做些回复。然后带你去看一下这边的环境怎么样。如果你在士林地区的话呢，可以来参观一下。我觉得这边健身房真的是很不错，因为我自己是喜欢人比较少的地方健身。然后呢，健身当然就是舒压嘛，对不对？但是我也希望环境对我来说也是很重要，所以这个点我觉得我很推荐，你可以来看看，下次来在附近的话可以来参观一下。所以我们先带你看一下这边健身房怎么样。